Episode 7. Amrita and the potential effects of inhibiting anarchic cellular development. Cancer is a complex and multifactorial condition, the occurrence of which can be influenced by a number of genetic, environmental, and behavioral factors. From inherited mutations that increase the risk for certain types of cancer like breast and ovarian, to external influences such as exposure to carcinogenic substances like smoking lung cancer, UV, melanoma, or ionizing radiation contribute to DNA damage, to cellular mutations, chronic infections with oncogenic viruses, HPV, cervical or hepatitis B increases for the liver, increase the risk of cancer. Behavioral risk factors such as inadequate nutrition, excessive alcohol consumption, emotional imbalance, lack of physical activity exert a negative impact on the intestinal microbiota and implicitly on the immune system, disrupting hormonal homeostasis and facilitating uncontrolled cell proliferation. Nature offers us remarkable solutions, and Amrita 3xBiotics, polyfloral pollen fermented in SCOBY, is an example of this, having the potential to prevent and inhibit anarchic cell multiplication. Polyfloral pollen has a significant potential as an adjuvant in oncological treatments due to its composition rich in nutrients and bioactive principles, oligopeptides, amino acids, lipids, carbohydrates, vitamins, complex of B, C, E, A, D, etc., phytonutrients, trace elements, copper, zinc, manganese, selenium, and silicon, having antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, immunomodulatory, antimicrobial, hypocholesterolemic properties, and hypoglycemic effect. The mechanisms by which pollen may act to fight cancer include inhibition of tumor growth, interferes with the cellular processes underlying tumor proliferation, induction of apoptosis, the body's natural defense mechanism against tumors, protects DNA, preventing mutations that can lead to development of cancer, enhances the effects of chemotherapy. It acts synergistically with antitumor drugs, amplifying their effects and reducing the necessary doses, limiting the adverse effects of the treatment. Kombucha, a fermented green tea drink, rich in epigallocatechins, may have certain benefits in the prevention and treatment of cancer, through the content rich in various bioactive compounds, antioxidants, probiotics, organic acids, vitamins, enzymes contribute to the promotion of general health. The antioxidants in kombucha may help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which are associated with the development of neoplastic cells. Probiotics can be a key factor in preventing some types of cancer, especially colorectal cancer. Organic acids such as acetic, lactic, and glucuronic support the body's detoxification processes, contributing to digestive and metabolic health of flavonoids and polyphenols. It inhibits cell proliferation, induces apoptosis and modulates cell signaling pathways, interferes with the molecular processes involved in the development and progression of tumors, acting as both chemopreventive and adjuvant chemotherapeutic agents. The polyfloral pollen fermented in kombucha, Amrita 3xBiotics, significantly increases both the variety, quantity, and bioavailability of the bioactive compounds in both ingredients. The fermentation process breaks down the sporopollenin, the cell wall of the pollen grains, releasing a wide range of vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and enzymes, making them easier for the body to absorb, previously inaccessible due to the biopolymeric barrier. In addition, the bacteria and yeasts in the SCOBY produce a series of bioactive compounds, postbiotics, which add to the nutritional profile of the final product, pre, pro, para, and postbiotics, lactobacilli, increasing their quantity. Numerous polyphenols, flavonoids, e.g. present in green tea, spermidine, ergothioneine, soluble silicon species, hydroxysilicic acid, rare sugars, mearshib, mannose, galactose, organic acids, acetic, gluconic, glucuronic, malic, etc. Lipo and water-soluble vitamins, including vitamin B12, enzymes, omega-3 to 6, SPA, as well as microbial nanocellulose. The synergy between the components of Amrita 3xBiotics turns it into a promising candidate to become an adjuvant, antitumour, and antitumor therapies. The action mechanism of acetic acid is multifactorial. They act directly on tumor cells, inducing apoptosis and inhibiting proliferation, alters the tumor microenvironment, creating one less favorable for the survival and proliferation of cancer cells, while stimulating the antitumor immune response. In traditional Chinese medicine, it can contribute to increasing the body's pH, alkalinization, supports the fluidization of qi and blood circulation, prevents stagnation and accumulation of toxins, thus inhibiting environments conducive to the development of tumors. The intestinal microbiota, a real-life factory inside us, has a dual role in maintaining health. On the one hand, beneficial bacteria produce vital substances for the body, contributing to the proper functioning of the digestive system and strengthening immunity. On the other hand, imbalances, dysbiosis, at the level of this microbial community can lead to serious conditions, such as chronic inflammation and even tumorigenesis. The interaction between bacteria and the body is complex and takes place both at the level of intestinal cells and through the immune system. In cancer patients undergoing chemotherapy and radiotherapy, probiotics can help restore intestinal balance and protect the body against the negative effects of dysbiosis. Akkermansia muciniphila, present in Amrita, an extremely important intestinal microbe, is known for its ability to maintain the integrity of the intestinal barrier and reduce inflammation, helping to reduce the risk of colon cancer, and even those related to obesity and syndrome, metabolic, predisposing factors for other forms of cancer. Spermidine, by inducing autophagy, improves the function of state T cells, which play a crucial role in the destruction of cancer cells, synergizing with immuno-oncology treatments. Ergothioneine induces necroptosis through a complex mechanism involving mitochondrial oxidative stress. Activation of SIRT3 and MMCL proteins amplifies necroptotic signaling, causing irreversible mitochondrial dysfunction and ultimately cancer cell death. The fermentation process significantly increases the amount of flavonoids by 2x and polyphenols by 4x. EGCG, epigallocatine gallate, is the most important polyphenol found mainly in green tea, recognized for its potential effects on health, but also in the prevention and treatment of cancer. Studies have shown that EGCG following properties interferes with cell signaling pathways, reducing the growth of cancer cells. Initiates apoptosis, programs cell death by activating caspases and increasing the expression of tumor suppressor genes. Inhibits the neoformation vessels necessary to feed tumors. Inhibits glycolysis and fatty acid synthesis, thus limiting energy sources and essential materials for tumor growth. By inhibiting the transcription factor, NFB, EGCG, decreases chronic inflammation associated with cancer and protects healthy cells against oxidative damage. Short-chain fatty acids, produced by the fermentation of dietary fiber by intestinal bacteria, have shown significant potential in the prevention and treatment of cancer, exerting a series of anti-cancer effects through various mechanisms. They act as inhibitors of HDACs, enzymes that regulate the expression genes, block cell proliferation and induces cancer cell apoptosis, in the case of colorectal cancer with microsatellite instability. Induces significant DNA damage in tumor cells, triggering a strong immune response characterized by activation of state T cells, influences the immune environment by reducing chronic inflammation, a key factor in cancer development, blocks the proliferation of cancer stem cells. Long-chain omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, can inhibit tumor development by reducing inflammation, an important factor in oncogenesis, induction of apoptosis, inhibition of angiogenesis. Aluminum accumulation has been linked to various health problems due to its pro-oxidant properties, which can damage cellular structures and increase the risk of cancer. Aluminum chelation by orthosilicic acid not only facilitates its excretion in the form of silicates, but also helps reduce cellular inflammation and oxidative stress, which are processes associated with cancer development. Stabilized orthosilicic acid offers multiple benefits, improves metabolic performance, thus contributing to the slowing down of aging processes, a significant risk factor in the development of neoplasia due to the accumulation of cellular damage and changes in tissue homeostasis. Rare sugars with a metabolic profile distinct from that of glucose can represent a new strategy in fighting cancer. By interfering with the energy metabolism of tumor cells and inducing apoptosis, these sugars could significantly slow down the growth and development of neoplasms. Recent studies highlight the anti-tumor potential of mannose, particularly through its effect on the glycolysis process in cancer cells, slowing tumor cell proliferation and limiting metastases, especially in non-small cell lung cancer. Research shows that mannose inhibits the migration cell proliferation and growth of Nance-Clock tumors by reducing epithelial mesenchymal transition, an essential step in metastasis. Potentiates the therapeutic effect of antitumour drugs, increasing the rate of apoptosis in combination with this chemotherapeutic agent, both in vitro and in animal models. Acetobacter, the microbial component of the symbiotic culture from kombucha, synthesizes microbial nanocellulose, a biopolymer with particular affinity for biological tissues. Its mechanisms of action in the context of oncology are multiple and complex. It stimulates the growth of beneficial bacteria like lactobacillus. Nanocellulose contributes to a healthy intestinal balance, essential for the proper functioning of the immune system. Its ability to adhere to biological surfaces and form a protective barrier at the level of the intestinal mucosa makes it an effective agent in preventing colonization with pathogenic agents. These combined effects translate into a reduction in chronic inflammation and the risk of infections, factors that can exacerbate oncological processes. The study, in vitro evaluation of the biological activities of a therapeutic bioproduct made from pollen and fermented colostrum carried out by INCD Victor Babes and us within a large research project, demonstrated a significant anti-proliferative activity of the Amrita bioproduct on HepG2 and SK HEP1 hepatocellular cell lines. These in vitro results suggest a promising therapeutic potential of chlorofloral pollen fermented in SCOBY in inhibiting the proliferation of tumor cells, opening perspectives for the development of new therapeutic strategies in oncology. In an ever-changing world, your health is your most important investment. Choose Amrita and give your body everything it needs. Find this special raw material in our entire range of 3xBiotics products designed to support you. Your healthy future starts now. For more information, visit our website.